Hey guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink. You feel like your rock guitar timing is not healthy, is not feeling good? Then you need to go to Dr. Pink and get cured. So we're talking about rock guitar timing bootcamp today. It's really a cool thing to get your timing problems healed. And even if you're an advanced player, you've never done this before, you should do this because I made the same experience. I was already finished with my studies, but I never did these exercises which you're doing here. And I must say that when I did them first, I failed. So you better check it out and get healed with Dr. Pink. We're keeping it, we don't need to go to the closure, we're having a simple chord progression. A5, we're using two types of chord. The A5, this one here, just a power chord, either with two notes or with three notes, G5 and D5. Or we're using the open string variant, A5, G5 and D5. Now the first exercise is to attack those strings which have to sound in a manner that becomes like a wall. Draw. Or the open string variant. So a proper damping technique is really needed, and you need to train yourself to really feel with your whole body the timing. Then we have I'll show you, I have a backing track here where you can practice this really good. So we have here this. 1, 2, now comes G5. 2, 3, 4. Or the other variant. This was tempo 70 BPM. Now you might think that was easy, but it has to be really precise. You need to feel the beat. So feel the beat with your body. You can go with it, or you have a foot, you don't see my foot. Here's like 1, 2, 3. Really get it going. You need to feel the groove and have the chord exactly on the one. That's really a key thing. If you've never done that before, even you're a fast player, you need to get cured from your timing disease. Let's check. Let's do another tempo. This was now 70. Let's also do it in several tempos. This was now 70. Let's do 90. Feel the groove. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And also enjoy the music, Playing simple stuff doesn't mean that it's not enjoyable. Try to enjoy what you're doing, try to dive into music. And really work out different tempos. I go now on 1 on the 10. You can also take other tempos, but I take these 3 reference tempos. Slow is basically harder than fast. This is now 1 on the 10. That's the first thing you need to do. Second thing is, now we just played the chord just on the 1, and we had pound notes for beat notes. Now we also need to, we started the chord, but we didn't end it. So now what we're doing is now 1, 2, and on 3 we stop with a proper damping technique here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I mean, if you work with delays, I switch it off now, where you do a proper damping technique and you stop it exactly, then the delay starts to push in there, and then you suddenly have a wider sound, but you have to stop exactly, but also without delay. Let's start again with tempo now 70. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, and so on. Also in different tempos. I skip the 90 and go direct to 110 to see 1, 2, 3. Yo. So that should, as I said, if you've never done this before, you probably will have difficulties to have it really precise. Oh, I'm with the chair on the cable of my microphone. This should not be. And now it's got wounded up, which also should not be. So, got it now. Okay. Next now is we play quarter notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3. You can either play them through or with stop it, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do both, just try to express quarter notes. Tempo number 70. Or you can do any kind of rhythm figure with quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You can play any. You just need to learn to just play proper quarter notes and make proper damping on quarter notes. Let's go to tempo 110 or 90 as a change. And always do in different tempos because they feel different. You know, it's about feeling the stuff in a good, healthy manner. And so on. Yo, you can create your own rhythm figures. What also is a really good idea, if you write examples of rhythm figures and just play them the way they are, you know, to get a kind of a guiding line. I will write a few exercises for you for this tutorial, which is going to be available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy, that you can really, if you have no ideas what to do with this, is going to be there. Good. Now comes the next thing, 8 notes. The 8 notes are really important in rock because, you know, here we do 2 figures. We just play 8 notes as they're all down strokes if you play only 8 notes, and do with or without damping. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You know, that you can switch between damping and not damping, just to have these 2 techniques together in one thing, and this is going to sound properly. Has to be really precise. If you don't do proper 8 notes, you will destroy the whole groove. If you have them really on time, like a machine, then you're really gonna make the groove coolant groovy. Let's go 110. See how also work with different tempos. Okay, so now we have made it the 8 notes, and now we do 16 notes, and here we just make, you know, and now we make alternate picking, of course, because, you know, and make them really precise. Let's go back to 70. And you just make the bass note. Here you can also make the difference between just playing the bass note with palm muted technique or without, or the whole chord. There the movement is bigger than only on the bass note, and this needs a little bit more time, and that has to be adjusted and trained. And then you're ready to go. Also make the accent on the one of the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yo. So these were now the basic timing signatures, which cover like, let's say, 98% of all rock guitar rhythm figures. And now you make combinations. And one combination is make first 8 notes, then 16 notes. I'm gonna take another tempo here. Let's do 90 now. As I said, I always do in different tempos. You know, I'm just switching randomly between, but have your system in just doing it on several tempos. So now we do 8 notes, 1 and 2, and you switch between 8 notes and 16 notes. No problem, let's do 110, then it gets quite fast. Yo. So and then you can start to do random grooves just with the basic figures. Full notes, half notes, quarter notes, 8 notes, 16 notes. And it always sounds quite cool if you just do the basic ones and nothing really special. You just mix it up. And now to make it sound fully or let's say professional, you need syncopations. And there are 2 syncopations which are the most used ones. If you know these 2, then you're already good to go. One syncopation is 1 and 2 and so you make 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1. So you make on 1 you play the chords, on 2 you damp, and on 2 and you come back in with the chord, then you let it ring till the end of the bar. So 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1. If you know this one, it's a lot of times you have this type of sync. You have other ones, but first learn this. If you have that one in your repertoire, you're pretty good to go on many occasions. And the other one is you change the chord instead of 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You change the chord on 4 and make the anticipation on the 4 and you pull the whole thing half beat in the prior bar. And I'll show you. First the one on 1 and 2 and then the one on 4 and, okay? Now we mix. Four and 1, 2 and 3, 4. Now the second time I made a combination of 1 and 2 on the 4 and so you start with 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and then you change on 4 and the next chord comes on 2 and. So 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3. And then you're already pretty good to go. And now you make combinations of all this. I'll show you. And then you're already the go-to guy and healed from your timing disease. I'll show you. Oh, the groove didn't work properly. And so on. And as I said, do it on several tempos. This was now 110. Let's do 70. It's a complete different feeling. But if you can manage to switch between timings like this, then you're the go-to guy. I hope I don't fail now. Feels totally different. Did you notice the great difference between 110 and 70? It was like, oh, it's like you have chewing gums on your shoes. But the trick is you need to feel the groove with your body. And then adapt your whole playing technique to have everything precise on timing and do all these basic figures. And the trick is to feel them and not just to play them. I mean, I've been teaching already 30 years now, and some advanced students think this exercise is not important for them. But if you cannot feel this stuff and do it properly and enjoy to make music with it, you know, try to make, even with the simplest things, try to make music and feel what you do and not just play, oh, it's boring. And I mean, it's a basic figure I can do, that's no problem. Just do it somehow on 95% of the precision level, but we want to have 100%. And that's possible for all playing levels, not only for professionals, you know, because you need to have your focus on the timing, and you can do this basic stuff literally on every level. And if you're on a very good level and you haven't done this before, then you probably noticed when you record yourself that somehow it sounds okay, but something is missing, and that's the last 5% of your precision. Yo, that was all I wanted to say. I hope Dr. Pink could heal your timing disease. I'm gonna make 3 backing tracks available, 70, 90 BPM, plus a summary of exercises which I just went through. This is going to be available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy for premium members, but please also join as a free member just to follow what is going on there and participate the small little guitar community we are building there. So me and Dr. Pink are saying goodbye.